Zaccheus Onumba Dibiaezue Memorial Libraries has been around for about 20 years. The idea behind it was to try to create avenues where people can augment the learning they're getting from institutions, and those that are not in any institution can actually self-learn and empower themselves. We thought about the various avenues we could use to achieve that, and we felt that the one that made the most sense was a library, because obviously a library is a place that houses different kinds of resources for anybody to go in and learn. And libraries traditionally in most jurisdictions are free. And so we felt that we should try to replicate that kind of thing here. So we set out to create a number of libraries, and we initially asked ourselves where to start. And we felt that we should start with the very young. And so we started putting micro-libraries in local government primary schools, mostly in Lagos State, and we also have some in Anambra State. And then we said, apart from primary school children, which other group of people would we consider and think to be vulnerable? And then we thought that quite clearly it would probably be prisoners. And we felt that prisoners are in a confined space, and they are there for various amounts of years. And we felt that it would be really useful if they had a library where they could, while they're incarcerated, learn and improve themselves. And so we started putting up libraries in prisons. And it became quite a useful thing because quite a number of prisoners had signed up for the National Open University program. And so the library really helped them to continue with their courses. So those were the two areas we focused on in establishing libraries. And then we have one flagship library, which is a community library on Awolowo Road in Ikoyi, and that serves the Etiosa community, but we also have people that come from quite far off from the mainland to study, especially around the time of various exams. The online library was something that had its genesis before the pandemic, because when we celebrated our 20th anniversary, which was in 2019, we asked ourselves, we tried to assess our impact, and we had at that point some 34 libraries in primary school, a whole bunch of, I think, 15 or thereabout libraries in prisons, but we knew it wasn't sustainable. To set up a library, there's a lot of costing in terms of the books, the infrastructure, and also the replacement cost. Because with the library, your books won't last on the shelf for more than 3-4 years. You'd have to replace them. So in trying to set up new libraries, you have to also understand that you are revamping existing libraries. So we knew that model was not sustainable. And we really, really were desperate to have a wide impact and to be far-reaching. And so we thought that, well, everything's happening online. We thought about it and we were wondering how that would work out. But when the pandemic hit, everything absolutely went online. And so we saw the great opportunity that online learning presented. A lot of people were going online, a lot of institutions were offering free online courses, and there was a lot of learning going on around that time. And so we thought, well, this is really what we can continue to do. So we focused on trying to build a really dynamic and robust online library, and we hope that by the time we're done, it would actually be the biggest in Africa.